yugiohfreakxD here, coming here with a deck for actually a video's response to Underworld 667. It's a macro deck. Well, let's go through it first. 3 plasmas, 3 Caius, 3 valleys, 3 survivors, 3 scout planes, 2 cyber dragons, 3 fissures, 3 books, 2 sarcos, 1 allure, 1 dark hole, 3 fire doomsday, 1 rota, 1 scapegoat, 3 macros, 2 deck debies, 2 compulse. That's a 7 tools and a solemn judgment and return. Okay. Let's start off with plasma. Plasma requires 3 tributes, and yet since your tribute requires from scout planes, you survive in scout planes, so pretty much you can summon it pretty easy. And yeah, and survivor, Valley is just a draw power, so running 3 is very consistent in this deck because you never always get the right card you need. Cyber Dragon is mainly for special summoning for the monarchs, so 3 cards is pretty much staple in a macro deck. And Plasma is like a skill drain as well for against your opponents, so they can't use like Scrap Dragon's effect, Red Dragon Archfiends, what else? Dark Arm, Judgment Dragons. So all those effects are negated by Plasma. So and they can absorb a monster and take half of its attack. So like for example, they have Scrap Dragon on the field. I absorb Scrap Dragon and I gain 14. It's a 19 beta already, so 14 plus 19 is pretty much like you get how much? 33,000. So you have a 33,000 beta, and pretty much you have gained control on the field. Kai is pretty much your staple, just tribute and remove. Valley's draw power, these are the staple. Cyber Dragon is pretty much you don't draw any of these. These will just big stick and draw those bottomless and solemn warning out, so they can't solemn warning your plasma. 3 defeature, pretty much a staple. 3 books. I'm on 3 books since it's more better than enemy controller. Enemy controller required you have to tribute one, and you not always have the necessary these monsters on the field right away. So you not always have the necessary to tribute for it. So Pokemon is better since they attack you, like say they attack you Grand Mole, and you have a Caius on the field. And you do not want them to bounce the Caius back to your hand. So pretty much you need to book it, then attack it with something else to return it. To go suck to search out your fissures or your macros. It's because you never always draw these cards. Lower, staple, you run like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 darks, so yeah. Dark hole, since all your monsters always return, mainly these 3. So you get all your monsters back. 3 Doomsfire, these are for Caius Plasma. You don't know what it does, I'll read it out for you. And it's a quick play, so that's why it's good. If you activate this, you cannot summon a monster during this turn. Special summon 2 Doomsday tokens, and yeah, in defensive position. These tokens cannot be tribute for a tribute summon unless it's a dark monster. So, dark monster, Caius, dark, Plasma, dark. So, you have a lot of tokens. So mainly you activate on your opponent's end phase. Activate it, then some plasma next turn. Rota to search out mainly your survivors because you never always draw it, because it's 3 out of 40 to get out of the deck. Scapegoat. Scapegoat is mainly for plasma, because Scapegoat says you cannot normal summon, but plasma is special summoning, so it's a special summon when you summon it, so it doesn't count as a normal summon, so you can sack another like Scout Plane or Survivor for Caius. So yeah, that's why I like It's also the quick play. So going with these three, you have a high chance of able successful summon plasma from your hand. Or if you use these to summon Caius, even better. So yeah. What else? You have 3 macros, pretty much staple in this deck. And yeah, macros pretty much what do you call it? Removes everything. That's what this need. And yeah, 2 deck devies. Now you're wondering why I'm running deck devies with only 3 targets here. But plasma counts if I resolves one. So say I summon plasma, I call priority, I take over their whatever monster calls. They try to bottomless me, I chain this, they lose. So it's also a plus for me, because I can see their hand, what they draw, and yeah, and the strategy as well. And drawing thing, what they draw for 3 whole turns is pretty good. Now to compulse. I run compulse over what do you call it? Bottomless, since compulse can counter shooting star dragon. Shooting star dragon is like annoying as, cause shooting star dragon can stop mainly. I can't attack over because I don't have a high big stick, and I don't use tuners to synchro summon. So yeah, that's why I run 2 compulse, and I run solemn judgment, and a Seventh. Seventh is mainly to negate decrease, because you do not want decrease to lock down your macros or your dimensional pressure. I mean, not your return from different dimension. So pretty much how this deck works is you remove mainly if these guys get destroyed, and these they come back next, so it doesn't matter. So if these all get removed, you activate this. I mainly get 2 valleys and 2 Caius, then use the effect to remove and draw 4. And drawing 4 is not that bad. Paying half my life point just to draw 4 cards. And I might summon another Caius just for attacker. Yeah. If I draw 4, I can draw anything like my plasma if I need it, my book, Dark Hole, good top deck, Dark Hole the whole field. What else will I get? Yeah, that's about it. I don't run in tuners cause A, it's not original. Well, when I mean original, like back in the old days, you don't use tuners and synchros, so I'm sticking with the format when it used to be. As you can see, this format does not include pot duality, like those high expense card, and it's pretty damn cheap. Since the reprint of Cyber Dragons, these are uncommon, common. These like harder to get, especially these kind. They don't have any reprints of it except for 10s, so these will be harder to find. Structured decks, reprint, common, and these are hard to find as well. Easy to get, not sure about that. Mainly most of these cards are easy to get. So yeah, your main goal of this deck is to summon plasma. It's because you have macros and stuff, and you have tribute foders. So summoning plasma is not that hard for this deck. And Caius is just to support. Valley is to get your engine going, draw, speed the deck up. Now, Scout Plane and Survivor are mainly staple in this macro deck, and mainly for tribute fodder, and this guy's 18 beef stick. So yeah. Now Cyber Dragon. Cyber Dragon is mainly for you don't draw any cards, so it's a backup. So mainly this is a backup plan. You run 18 monsters. And let's see what I need to explain. Your spells. No spells. Okay, so calculators.